This video is brought to you by the Clean Straight Furries group on Facebook, and by listeners like you. If you like what we do here at the Transformation Parlor, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Hi, I'm Oren Otter. The purpose of this routine is to transform you, to your own senses, into a merman or a mermaid. Or, if you've already undergone another transformation, this will change you into the aquatic form of whatever you've become. For example, if you become a horse, this will change you into a hippocampus. Or if you're a goat, this will change you into a Capricorn. Ultimately, the end result is up to you. For those of you who may have any misgivings about undergoing hypnosis, I would like to give you my assurance that hypnosis is as safe as sleep. I can't and won't make you do anything you don't want to do. You'll be in complete control the entire time. I'm not going to make you my slave. I'm not going to wipe your memory. I couldn't do those things if I wanted to. This is purely for the sake of pleasure and enlightenment. So if at any point you don't like what I'm doing, you're free to stop it right there and then. Now I'm going to be taking you into a state of deep relaxation, so I would like you to be either sitting down or lying down in a position in which your head is supported. Because if your neck goes floppy, it can get hard to breathe. I'd like you to be as comfortable as possible. So if you feel the need to shift your weight, scratch an itch, whatever, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just try to lie as still and quiet as possible. Just listen to the sound of my voice and let me do all the work for you. Now, if you're ready, we'll begin. Now, before I take you into trance, I'd like you to just close your eyes and get a mental image of your favorite kind of fish, whether it's a goldfish or a salmon or a shark or even a seahorse. Just picture your favorite kind of fish, the one whose characteristics you want to be assimilating. And keep that fish firmly in your mind as you just relax and listen to the sound of my voice, and focus for a moment on your toes. Just make sure that each one of your toes is as relaxed as it can possibly be, starting with a little toe on the outside of each foot and going inward toward the big toes. Just make sure that there are no muscles that are tensed, that everything is completely relaxed, and as you do, you're going to notice a warm, pleasant sensation starting to rise up from the tips of your toes, going towards your feet. It's as if you're dipping your toes into a warm, pleasant bath. It feels so very good. And as the warmth comes up through your toes, it's making all of the muscles completely let go, completely relax. Just feeling so very good as your muscles let go of all the stress, all the tension, just feeling good and relaxing as that warm, positive feeling comes up over your feet, going over the ball of your foot and up the sides, up the heel, all the way up to your ankle, making everything feeling so warm and so good, all of the muscles in the foot completely relaxing, all the stress melting away, all of the tension just letting go and easing out into that warm, pleasant water. And as you continue to let your feet relax, just laying back and listening to the sound of my voice, that warm, pleasant sensation comes up past your ankles and starts moving up your lower legs. It feels so very good as it causes all of the muscles in your lower legs to relax, all of the muscles in your calves just letting go of all the stress, all the tension, just feeling so good as they go completely slack, just totally at ease. all the muscles in your shins, all the way up to your knee, just feeling so good as that warm, pleasant sensation feels everything from the knee down, making everything feel so very good, so very relaxed. And now you can feel that warm, pleasant energy coming up into your upper legs, filling your thighs all the way up to your hips, just making everything feel so good, so completely relaxed, causing your muscles to go slack, letting go of all the stress, letting go of all the tension, just letting go of all the bad feelings, feeling so completely relaxed and so very good as that warm, pleasant sensation comes up through your hips, up into your waist, filling your abdomen, filling your lower back, making all the muscles feel so good, so completely relaxed, as you just let all the stress go, let all the tension go, just let go and feel good, letting that warm, pleasant sensation continue to bubble up through your torso. And as it does, you can feel more of that warm, positive sensation coming into your fingertips, emanating out from under your fingernails and rising up through your fingers, joint by joint, up into the knuckles, just making every part of every finger completely relax, just being completely at peace and feeling good, just so very comfortable, peaceful, relaxed, and at ease as that warm, pleasant energy comes up into your hand, suffusing the palm, going all the way up into the heel of the hand, all the way up into the wrist, as both your hands just feel so good, all of the muscles completely letting go, just feeling completely relaxed, completely at peace, as that warm, pleasant sensation continues up into your arms, up toward the elbow, making all of the muscles in your lower arms completely relax, just feeling so very good, up into the elbows now, past the elbows, into the biceps and triceps, and in your torso, you can feel the warmth coming up into your chest, just making everything feel so good. Your heart and your lungs, your rib cage, your upper back, your chest muscles, everything just feeling so good as that warm, pleasant feeling joins up with the warmth in your arms, filling up your shoulders, just feeling so good, so very relaxed, peaceful, comfortable, and at ease, letting that warm, pleasant sensation rise up into your neck, just making everything from the neck down feel so good, so completely relaxed, as you just lay back and listen to the sound of my voice, letting my words create your reality for you, feeling so good as you relax completely, letting that warmth come up into your head, filling your jaw, filling all the muscles around your mouth, making all the little muscles relax and feel good, coming up around your ear now, making your ear muscles relax, and up into your cheeks, making those muscles relax as well, as that warmth comes up past your nose, into your eyes, making all the muscles around your eyes relax, leaving you just feeling absolutely wonderful as that warmth percolates up into your head, up past your brows, making all of the muscles in your forehead relax as that warmth fills you all the way up to the top of the head. You're just feeling so good now, so completely relaxed, completely at ease. And the only muscles doing any work are the muscles that you're using to breathe. So just go ahead and take a deep breath. And as you do, I'd like you to open your eyes. And as you breathe out, go ahead and close them again. With each breath, open your eyes and breathe in more of that warm, positive energy. As you breathe out, go ahead and close them again, breathing out those last remnants of stress and tension. And each time you breathe in, you'll find that it's just a little bit more difficult to open your eyes. It's as if weights are being added to your eyelids each time you breathe in, each time you open them. And as you breathe out, each time it becomes just a little easier to let them close. Breathing in more of that warm, positive energy, opening your eyes just a little bit less each time, and breathing out all the last bits of stress, the last little remnants of tension, and letting your eyes close a little more easily each time. Breathing in, opening them a little less, and breathing out, closing them a little more easily. Breathing in more of that warm, positive feeling, and breathing out the last little bit of stress. And if you like to go ahead and let your eyes close, you can do that. Just let your eyes close, let them lock shut, because it just feels so good to relax as you lay back and listen to the sound of my voice and let my words craft your reality for you. Breathing in that warm, pleasant feeling and breathing out, finding that there's no stress left in your body at all. Just feeling so good, so relaxed and euphoric, just enjoying that feeling. And if you'd like to try to open your eyes now, you can try, but you'll find that you're not able to open them because it just feels so good to completely relax, just letting go of all the tension, feeling so very good. You're doing very well now, headed down into that wonderful state of trance. And I'm going to help you go further now. I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1. With each number I count, you're going to go deeper into trance, just floating down like a feather, deeper and deeper with each number I count. And when I reach 1, I'll snap my fingers and say sleep. And when I do so, you'll find that you're able to go instantly and effortlessly even deeper into that wonderful state of trance. Each time I snap my fingers and say sleep, you'll be able to go 10 times deeper into that peaceful, relaxing state of trance. 10, going deeper now. 9, further down with each number I count. 8, further and further. 7, still feeling so very good. 6, more and more. 5, going deeper the better you feel. 4, and feeling better the deeper you go. 3, nearly there now. 2, just a little bit more. 1, sleep. You're doing so very well now, going so deep into that blissful state of trance as you just relax and sleep, feeling so very good now as you continue to relax, listening to the sound of my voice, going further and further into that wonderful state of sleep. Feeling so very good as you go deeper and deeper into that state of sleep. You're doing so very well now, drifting further and further down into that peaceful, relaxing state of trance, and you sleep. Just feeling so very good as you sleep, going into that deep sleep, deep, deep sleep, very deep sleep. You're doing very well now. You've gone almost as far as you can go, and I'm going to help you go even further down. But to do so, I'm going to have to wake you first. So I'm going to count up from 1 to 5. 1, coming up out of trance now. 2, a little higher with each number I count. 3, becoming aware of your surroundings. 4, opening up your eyes. 5, fully awake now, still feeling very good, very relaxed. Go ahead and get comfortable. Stretch out your arms and legs if you need to. I want you to be as comfortable as possible as we take our little break and then head back down into trance as I begin counting. 10, heading back down now. 9, deeper and deeper. 8, further down with each number I count. 7, just pleasantly drifting. 6, further and further down. 5, just like a feather, going further and further down. 4, feeling better the deeper you go. 3, going deeper the better you feel. 2, almost there now. And 1, sleep. You're doing very well. Just a few more steps as you go further down into that blissful state of sleep. Feeling so very good as you go further and further down, going further into that state of sleep. Just a few more steps now, feeling so very good, completely relaxed as you sleep. Further and further down into that wonderful, blissful state of sleep. Almost all the way there now as you continue to drift into sleep. Almost there now as you go into that deep sleep, that deep, deep sleep. Such a deep, deep sleep. Feeling so very good now as you just continue to listen to the sound of my voice. You're feeling so very relaxed now, feeling as though you're floating in a nice warm tub of water. And that's where you are, floating in a pleasantly warm tub of water. And as you become aware that you're in this tub of water, you can feel something happening on either side of your neck. You can feel the skin starting to part in 3 places on each side of your neck. It feels as if you're growing gills, and that's what's happening. You can feel 3 gill slits forming on each side of your neck. And as you breathe in, taking air into your lungs, you also become aware that oxygen is being taken in by your gills. And you know that if you let yourself sink down into this tub of water, you'll no longer need to breathe with your lungs, because you'll be able to breathe just fine with your gills. And so you let yourself sink into the water, feeling so very good as that warm, pleasant water covers your face all the way up to the top of your head. You take a deep gulp of water, letting it pass through your mouth and out over your gills, and it just feels so good, just as if you were taking deep breaths of fresh air. It feels absolutely wonderful. And as you revel in this feeling, taking in oxygen through your gills, you become aware of changes happening to your legs. The first thing you notice is that any clothing that you may be wearing right now is disappearing, just vanishing away, going back to wherever it belongs, back to its dressers and closets and coat hooks, leaving you completely nude. And there's no shame in that. You're becoming one of the Merfolk, and Merfolk don't need clothing. Your genitalia aren't even visible now, having disappeared completely into a discrete cloaca. Your legs are becoming smaller and smaller, and at the same time, your spine is beginning to grow. The very bottom, your tailbone, is extending, growing outward, and with it, a tail is forming, becoming longer and longer. At first, it's just the length of a little hamster tail, but then it grows to the size of a puppy dog tail, then to the size of a cat tail, larger and larger, to the size of an otter tail, and even larger than that, until your tail is fully the size of the rest of your body. It's a long, beautiful tail, and your legs are continuing to shrink, becoming smaller and smaller. Your upper legs are beginning to disappear into your tail now, and that's okay. You no longer need your legs. Your lower legs are becoming so small, they're no longer even distinguishable from your body, and your feet are transforming, becoming thinner and thinner, your toes stretching out into long, thin veins. And as the skin stretches out between them, your feet begin to resemble fins. That's exactly what they are now. They've become a pair of fishy fins. On the back of your tail, another fin is forming. This one, a dorsal fin. You can feel the spines extending outward from the back of the tail, and skin growing in between them. And if you try, you'll find that by flexing just the right muscles, you can make this dorsal fin stand up or go flat. And it's amusing to be able to do so, to have control over this new appendage. The skin on your tail is now starting to change, beginning to harden as it separates into individual scales, each scale tightly overlapping the one below it. And as the scales form, they glisten, glittering like little mirrors, and you can watch the pattern form, going all the way down the length of your tail, all the way from your waist down to the tip. And as the scales reach the tip, a new fin begins to form right at the end of your tail, You can feel and see the spines growing outward, some on the top, some on the bottom. As the skin fills in, your tail is now forming a beautiful, fancy caudal fin. It's big and it's beautiful, just right for one of the proud merfolk. And that's what you are now. You are one of the merfolk, either a merman or a mermaid. And it makes you feel so good just to know that this is what you are. And you know that deep down, no matter what others may say, no matter how many times they insist that you're a human, you know that you're a mer person. And when you look at yourself, you'll see gills on your neck and a tail from the waist down. Anytime you move anywhere, it won't feel as if you're walking. It will feel as if you're swimming. And you'll know that that's what you're doing, gliding gracefully through the water. Even though others around you may be moving through air, for you, the air will be water, and you'll be completely at home in that water. Anytime that you see another merman or mermaid, it will remind you of how good you feel right now, and you'll feel a rush of happiness just from seeing this other merman or mermaid. It will make you feel very, very happy just knowing that you are a mer person. Even if somebody merely says the word merman or mermaid or merfolk, if anyone makes any reference to one of the merfolk, it will make you feel happy. I'm going to allow you to come out of this trance in your own good time, and when you decide to wake, you'll remember everything that happened. You'll remember transforming into a merman or mermaid in exquisite detail, and you'll remember how wonderful it felt and how happy it made you to become a mer person. So you can go ahead and come up out of trance whenever you're ready. Until then, I'll leave you to enjoy this sensation. So go ahead, my fishy friend, and go have some fun.